pass this bill, and history will not remember you as heroes. It will remember you as cowards who sold out the rights of the people for the approval of extremists.
It's an attack on parental rights. The state does not get to determine what's best for other people's children. The state is not the parent.
If disagreeing with our parents is the standard for removal by CPS, every single person in this room would have grown up in state custody. Disagreement is not abuse.
Wow. U.S. cowards. That's what those parents were calling Democrat lawmakers who just passed what they didn't want. Some of the fiery debate before both chambers of Colorado's state legislature passed a controversial gender bill. It is now on the Democratic governor's desk. We don't have any doubts that he will sign it. He will. The bill bans intentionally naming anyone or identifying them by anything other than what they've chosen as gender or name in public spaces. That includes schools and workplaces. It also makes it easier for people to change their names on legal documents, a provision to let family courts consider misgendering in custody cases was dropped after backlash from the parents. So they made that one small concession, but the rest of it sits. Every Republican in both the House and the Senate voted against the bill. One Republican state rep with me in Focus recently.
This is still egregious attack on parental rights. While they took out that child custody piece, they included language that said you no longer are required to get a court order in order to change your name and get a government issued ID, even if you are in this country unlawfully. And so that jeopardizes public safety in a different way. So we're still attacking parental rights, but we are now adding an additional public safety element to it.
Jarvis Caldwell, Republican Colorado state representative, is with me now. So Republicans banded together on this. What was it like against the wall of Democrats on this issue? And I know it got heated.
Well, first off, thank you for having me, Harris. So they rushed it through the House. They used procedural rules to shut us down. But we were trying to make these points that this is wrong and that the backlash from our constituents was loud. They rushed it through the House, and the Senate, thankfully, actually listened to what we were trying to say and made some big changes, but it's still a horrible bill.
Yeah, when you say big changes, one of the things that they wanted to consider for custody cases was if your child was Bill and wanted to be Betty, if a parent said, I'm not calling you Betty, they could take the child away potentially, or at least put it in the conversation about custody.
That's right. It actually directed the courts to give paramount consideration, was the language they used, to the parent who actually affirms the gender identity confusion of the child. And the parent who wouldn't affirm it was considered committing child abuse.
In the arguments, did the recent findings of how, actually treating through therapy some of the things that these particularly young children are going through, rather than the physical changes, because that was part of this bill too. What can physically be done? And recent study shows, that the therapy is best.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we passed this bill a couple of days ago, and the very next day, on the last day of session, we passed House Bill 1309, which requires all health insurance plans to cover gender affirming care. And we ran an amendment to exclude children from that, and that was shot down. And some of the gender affirming care that the healthcare plans have to cover are genital surgical procedures, rhinoplasty, chin and bone restructuring. So they're saying they're not doing this, but then they're passing bills to make sure health insurance plans are covering it.
State Representative Caldwell, what does it take to change where we are in this moment? Or is it a majority issue? Do most people in your state support this?
I don't think they do. And I actually made that point in my closing arguments. I said, if you put this on the ballot for the voters to decide, I think this would go down in flames. And unfortunately, the Democrats do have a majority in both chambers, and we have a Democrat governor. And so now it's in the Democrat governor's hands to decide whether he signs this bill or not.
Well, and what voters won't do on a ballot issue, because they can't, is use, sort of systemic ways to stop the opposition, which is what you said Democrats are doing. Your real quick last thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think Colorado is on the wrong side of history of this. From my research, 27 states have moved to ban these gender affirming care procedures, or at least severely limit it. And we're going in the completely opposite direction. And I think come next election, the voters, I think there's going to be a backlash by the voters, and I hope so.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.